Hello everyone, welcome back to See Self Awake. I'm Mandy. So today I want to talk about procrastination. And I know you've heard about this 1,000 times already, but just stay with me for a second. So think about that one thing that's been sitting on your list forever. The one you just keep going and I'll get it to it tomorrow. And it's not even that it's hard, really. It's just something in you kind of pulls back from it and you don't want to touch it. And here's the strange part, at least for me, my procrastination doesn't even look like procrastination. It looks like I'm working really hard. So let me tell you what I mean. So when I first started making things, like a recording, actually putting my voice out there, I told myself okay, I need a script first, like a real one. Every single word written out before I let myself hit record. And I mean, that sounds responsible, right? Sounds prepared. But watch what actually ended up happening. I'd write up the whole thing, then I'd read it back and go, oh, no, this part doesn't sound right. So I'd polish it and then I polish it again. Just one more pass. I just kept telling myself one more and then I'll record. And the days just kind of went by and the whole time I was busy. I really was. But nothing ever came out. Nothing actually got made. It felt like work is just never turned into the actual thing. Now, a while back, I would have just kept right on polishing. And honestly, called it being thorough, but this time I don't know, I just stopped and I actually asked myself what is this? Why can't I just hit record? And when I sat with it for just a moment, the script wasn't really a script at all. It was a place to hide because as long as I was still perfecting it, I never actually had to put the unfinished me out there in front of anyone. And underneath that, okay, if I'm being really honest, I was just scared that what I had to say wasn't worth much, that someone would listen and kind of find out I didn't have it all figured out. So the script was me trying to cover that up, chasing better and better and better. So nobody would ever see the parts that wasn't ready yet. And underneath even that, there was this quiet little rule I've been carrying around for a really long time, that I'm supposed to have it all handled, every answer perfectly, before I even allowed to show up. Like if I let something out unfinished, I've somehow already failed. But here's the thing about being ready enough. It never actually comes. There's always one more pass, one more little thing to fix before I'll let myself begin. So one time I just did it. I put it out, not perfect, just this is the honest best I've got right now. And two things hit me that I really wasn't expecting. The first one, the dread, it was so much bigger than the actual thing. That whole storm in my head, it's not ready, it's not good enough. The second it was actually out there, it just kind of deflated. It was so much smaller and quieter than everything I built up to be. And the second thing took me a lot longer to see. The script was never the point. All that polishing, that wasn't the work. It was the thing draining me so I'd never actually get to the real work. The making was the point, putting it out was the point, and the person who got the most out of me finally just letting it go, it wasn't whoever was listening, it was me. And so kind of quietly, that became my new way of doing things. Not have it all figured out before you're allowed to begin. Just this is the best I've got right now, so here it is. And I get to keep going from there. I don't have to earn my way to the starting line anymore. So that thing you've heard 1,000 times, right? Just start. Just stop putting it off. That was never really the point because it was never about the script. It was about what was sitting underneath it, that quiet rule that I have to have everything handled before I'm allowed to show up. And honestly, that's the whole thing with procrastination. There are 1,000 tips out there, 1,000 systems, 1,000 little hacks. But if you never actually stop and then look at what you are feeling, what you are afraid of, what you are really avoiding, none of them even touch the real thing. They are just kind of pile up. And it gets worse because when the tricks don't work, you start going, okay, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just do this? And now you're not just stuck, you're stuck and you're turning on yourself for being stuck. That's the loop. That's the part that actually keeps you there. So maybe the move was never another method. Maybe it's just stopping and asking the quieter question, not how do I force myself to do this, but what am I actually feeling here? Because you're allowed to show up unfinished, not with every answer, just present, just honest about where you actually are. And whatever it is you've been avoiding, maybe the task was never the hard part. Maybe it's letting yourself be seen before you feel ready. And that's where it starts, not with another trick, just an honest look at what's really there. And that honest look, it's so much easier to do with someone beside you. I know because for a long time I tried to do it alone. And somewhere along the way, someone sat with me in it that changed everything. So recently I started coaching, sitting with someone one-on-one while they take their own honest look, helping them find a little more clarity than they came in with. It's become one of the most meaningful things I do. But I'm not there to hand you the answers or to make you suddenly clear about all of it. Sometimes it's just one knot loosening. Sometimes it's a new question and even a little more room to explore, a little more room to be gentle with yourself. That's enough. So if there's ever something you don't want, I'd love to walk part of it with you. And the first conversation's on me. No pressure, no commitment. You can contact me on Instagram or Facebook, and whatever it is you've been putting off, you don't have to have it all figured out to begin. See truly, live freely. I'm Mandy, and this is See Self Awake, and I'll see you next time.